In the Bible, we sometimes come across passages and terms that may seem unfamiliar or mysterious to us. One of these enigmatic topics found in the Bible is the prophecy about Gog and Magog. This subject has been a source of curiosity and fascination for many Christians throughout the centuries, often giving rise to various interpretations and speculations. In today's video, we will delve into the biblical understanding of the prophecy of Gog and Magog, examining the Bible to help you better understand the biblical narrative and its implications for our faith. The terms Gog and Magog are mentioned in the book of Ezekiel in the Old Testament and in the book of Revelation in the New Testament. In both cases, they are related to end-times prophecies and play an important role in the unfolding of God's final plan for humanity. As we explore these passages, we will attempt to uncover the identity and meaning of the prophecy of Gog and Magog, as well as their place in the broader context of biblical prophecy. To learn more about the prophecy of Gog and Magog, subscribe now to our channel. Leave your like and activate the bell to receive our biblical content. The first mention of Gog and Magog is found in the book of Ezekiel, chapters 38 and 39. In these chapters, the prophet Ezekiel makes a prophecy against Gog. These chapters prophesy about an invasion from the north of Israel at the end of times. Gog is described as a powerful and threatening figure who leads a vast coalition of nations against the people of Israel. Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 2. Son of man, set your face against Gog, of the land of Magog, the prince and chief of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him. When we examine the context of this passage, it becomes clear that Gog is an enemy of God's people and that his intentions are malicious. The Lord promises to bring judgment upon Gog and his forces, destroying them and vindicating his chosen people. Ezekiel chapter 39, verse 4. You shall fall on the mountains of Israel, you and all your troops and the peoples who are with you. I will give you as food to all kinds of carrion birds and to the beasts of the field. In light of these passages, it seems that Gog represents a powerful and antagonistic force opposing God's people and seeking their destruction. Magog, on the other hand, appears to represent the land or territory from which Gog originates, as well as the coalition of nations he leads. The second mention of Gog and Magog appears in the New Testament in the book of Revelation. In this passage, the terms are used to describe a vast army that gathers to wage war against God's people during the end times. Revelation chapter 20, verse 8. And will go out to deceive the nations in the four corners of the earth, Gog and Magog, and to gather them for battle. In number, they are like the sand on the seashore. This passage suggests a strong connection between Gog and Magog and the forces of evil mobilized by Satan in the final battle against God's people. In this context, Gog and Magog seem to symbolize the ultimate expression of humanity's rebellion against God, as well as the final manifestation of the forces of darkness seeking to overthrow God's kingdom. Revelation chapter 20, verse 9. They marched across the breadth of the earth and surrounded the camp of God's people, the city he loves. But fire came down from heaven and devoured them. As in the book of Ezekiel, the ultimate fate of Gog and Magog is destruction and judgment at the hands of God. This final confrontation serves to demonstrate God's sovereignty and his ultimate victory over the powers of darkness. Given the information provided by the Bible, there are various interpretations regarding the identity of Gog and Magog. Some scholars believe that Gog and Magog refer to specific historical nations or individuals, while others see them as symbolic representations of evil forces that have opposed God's people throughout history. A very popular interpretation is that Gog and Magog represent Russia and its allies, based on the association of Meshech and Tubal with modern Russia and neighboring territories. However, it is important to note that such interpretations may be influenced by current events, such as the recent invasion of Israel by Hamas, a country financed by Iran, which in turn has strong ties with Russia and geopolitical concerns, rather than being firmly rooted in the biblical text. Many also link this battle described in the Bible with World War III. The truth is that there is no consensus among scholars, and there are even several schools of thought. The first is that the Battle of Armageddon and the Battle of Gog and Magog are the same conflict. The second is that the Battle of Gog and Magog will occur at the end of the tribulation and Armageddon at the end of the Great Tribulation. And the third is that the Battle of Gog and Magog will occur at the end of the Great Tribulation and the Battle of Armageddon will be in postmillennialism. In the end, Gog and Magog serve as a reminder of the spiritual battle that has been waged throughout history, as well as the ultimate triumph of God's kingdom over Satan. God will establish an eternal and unshakable kingdom, as promised through the prophets. Although the exact identity of Gog and Magog remains a subject of debate among scholars, the more general themes and lessons that emerge from their presence in the Bible are clear. As Christians, we can take comfort in knowing that God's sovereignty and His plan of redemption will ultimately prevail over the forces of evil symbolized by Gog and Magog. As you study these prophetic passages, may they encourage you to stand firm in your faith, for it is through hearing the word of God that faith for salvation arises. Remain in holiness and communion with God, seeking in prayer direction and understanding about what is happening and what will happen. Let us know in the comments below if you were already familiar with the prophecy of Gog and Magog and what you think about it. Don't forget to watch our series of biblical stories in our playlist by clicking on the link in the description and in the first comment. God bless you, and we will see you in the next video.